Penguin.
The Raven's heir. Soon as one of them's caught, another one takes his place. Hey, Harold, have you read this? Harold? 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 You hear me? This is no time for fun and games.
Calm down. I'm a copper. We're on the same side.
A copper? What are you doing here? And where's Harold?
Harold? Well, there's another guard back there unconscious. That's probably him. The Eye of the Sphinx. Where is it?
It's there.
Oh, good. Then he hasn't got it yet.
You mean the Raven's heir?
Shh! Turn it off. He's gonna steal the eye.
But how do you know?
Doesn't matter. All that matters is that we catch him. Do you understand?
Yeah, but
Do you understand? You and me, mate. We'll be heroes. All right, now, we just have to...
what?
Halt! Stop! You're under arrest!
Hands up!
I don't have time to play. I'm on duty.
You're funny, but you don't look like a real cop. You don't even have a revolver.
Why do you need the gun?
It's the Raven. He was gunned down, so now I need a pistol.
Dead birds don't need guns. Nor do live ones.
You don't know who the Raven is, do you? He's the greatest burglar ever. He stole paintings from the Louvre, and those priceless eggs with gold and diamonds and stuff. And Bobby Dobbs says he replaced the crown jewels with rhinestones.
I know who the Raven was. Although, I don't quite buy that bit about the crown jewels. You do know these days there are thieves far more dangerous than your old Raven. 2 days ago, a precious ruby was stolen from the British Museum. There was an explosion. A guard was severely injured.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what the papers say?
You talk too much, Constable.
Zellner, monsieur. Anton Jakob Zellner.
Or did he pull a gun on you?
No, monsieur.
Get a move on.
Inspector Legrand, it's a great honor to work with a celebrity like you.
We appreciate the support of the Swiss police, but it'd be better if you'd remain seated and keep an eye on things.
But, monsieur, surely I can be of assistance, somehow. I saw a safe being loaded.
We have everything under control. If you'll excuse me, I'll be in the first freight car at the back of the train for the rest of the trip.
I'm not here to enjoy the beautiful scenery. I am a good observer, and I have finally honed powers of deduction.
Thanks to that?
I watched the people on the platform in Zurich. I know, for example, that that man over there is a violinist.
That would be more impressive if there weren't a violin case next to him.
And I believe that the gentleman in the next carriage is a German doctor on his way to Italy to take up a new position.
And what gives you that idea?
There's the rod of Asclepius engraved on his cufflink. And he's carrying a German-Italian dictionary.
Maybe he's just taking a holiday in Italy, following in Goethe's footsteps.
Too much luggage. And no, he's not retiring to Italy either. The suitcases are too shabby for me to believe that he can afford to retire in his late 50s.
All right then, Constable...
Zellner.
Constable Zellner. If you're such a clever fellow, what am I doing on this train?
I think you're guarding something.
Oh, really? And what might it be?
I really couldn't say. But it must be very important.
Why is that?
Because you are very important. They wouldn't have assigned the case to you if it were just a trifle.
Let's assume that we really are transporting something very important on this train. And let's assume that it really is my job to see that it arrives safely. Then why isn't the train crawling with police?
You don't want to arouse attention.
Evident. But why not?
It's a trap.
You've got a vivid imagination. I'll give you that. Well, that is impressive, I admit. But the fewer people involved, the better. We'll get along fine without you.
You won't.
Won't? Pardonnez-moi.
I can help. And I will help. You are in my country, and I've been ordered to assist you. And that's exactly what I'll do, whether you like it or not.
Clever and stubborn. Your commitment speaks volumes, Zellner. But this is my show, and I don't need you. Bon voyage.
But how do you know? Oh, hello.
You cheated.
I did what?
I saw you talking to the German doctor on the platform. He told you everything himself, and you were just pretending to put two and two together.
And what of it? Do you know who that is? That's Inspector Nicholas Legrand. You have to impress him if you want to work with him.
I'm going to tell on you.
You'd really tell on me? To the very policeman who shot your dear Raven?
Whoa! It was him?
Mm-hmm. Hunted and killed Europe's most famous burglar. That's how he got his start.
I won't tell him a thing.
I wouldn't either. What's your name again?
Matthew Miller, from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania.
All right, Matthew Miller from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. I have to do my work now.
Everyone calls me Matt. Well, except for my mom. She calls me Maddie, as if I were a little kid.
Whether Legrand wants my help or not, I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe I can change his mind. All right. The violinist is a good-looking fellow, and he's traveling through the most beautiful mountain landscape in the world. One can only hope that his Hello, sir.
Hello.
Are you traveling to Istanbul?
No. Out to a ship.
Cairo?
I'm performing at the reception.
I'm sure your recital, but tell me,
Anything unusual?
persons acting so...
For heaven's sake.
Everything is in order, sir.
I understand.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Very kind of you. Thanks. Oh, pardon me.
No problem. The uniform is...
Lucio.
Oh. Are you a scientist?
No, I work at the...
You don't... So, you were, shall we say, an...
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, no? There was a break-in.
Well, let's just say that nothing that's happened
Did you notice...
here. No, although I...
May I ask...
Of course, I'm...
Oh, a beautiful city.
Indeed.
Just the famous... You don't know? And you also...
No,
Just a thought. You're a representative.
I'm sorry. I don't know. And now, please...
I don't want to take up... But you do understand, don't you? That what can...
Yeah, of course, of course.
You'll get in touch.
Of course. What's this?
What's the matter, sir?
The door.
Ah. The compartment is locked.
But I don't even have a key. I asked the steward. He was going to bring me one, but...
Someone locked it.
Find the steward.
Calm down, Professor. I'll see.
You don't understand.
All right. The little label on the door reads Baroness von
Yes, what is it? Whoever that is, James, ask them whether they found my purse and then close the door.
If I might ask you a few questions.
I thought he was James. The Baroness.
But... You're missing a...
At the very least. It was...
When? When was the last...
What? In Zurich. In Zurich? Oh, James, tell him the Baroness...
Maybe you lost...
What? The Baroness... I never...
Very well.
Thank you.
I don't I never thought I'd...
Pardon me, but it's all right. I'd like to speak to...
Unfortunately, I'm reading The Vicarage in the Mirror.
That's nice.
Zellner.
This is my companion.
A pleasure. May I ask what you do?
Holiday.
Madam?
I've been writing since... And...
You quit? I have all of your books.
Then I have bad news. I'd rather not.
Oh, well. Are you traveling to...
No. We are, as you may know, I travel to Egypt.
I see. As a writer, I mean, you have...
I solved the mystery of... Since then...
Really?
What do you want?
Did you notice the man who just walked into the...
I did. He was waiting at the bar for the... And since the steward never appeared, he elected to help himself.
He seems pretty young, but he's already a...
Interesting. Just out...
Of course. Did you notice...
I certainly did. He introduced himself. People like him are drawn...
But his charms fade.
I know. People like him always have a money problem. No matter how much...
Did you notice anyone? What about the doc or the baronet?
I notice that you've asked me about everyone, except for the inspector who went in the direction of the freight car a few minutes. Isn't that the Frenchman who made...
I wouldn't quite...
Well, why don't you ask me about him and my theory about...
I don't think we should discuss Inspector Legrand.
Legrand, right. Will he save the day, or will he...
There's something... A passenger, I suppose...
I'm sorry, Constable.
Have you asked my boy yet? Maddie is good at finding things.
As much as I'd like to keep talking,
You were right.
Madam?
I did observe you. You seem so... And this is it.
I do hope.
Then grab it.
I shall do... The steward must have forgotten the toothpicks. Normally, he would offer them discreetly.
Miss
Zellner,
Right.
tell me, did you...
You mean no?
No.
Constable, please don't think I'm Legrand.
Legrand.
If you say at the train station, don't tell me
A cash box?
precisely.
I do indeed.
The second jewel, an emerald. Both jewels were. It does.
Indeed. Any news about
Quite. It must have been professional.
people were in?
It seems
I'm afraid.
that's your.
May I...
You can take your interest. Here, you.
Dankeschön. There's something else. Do you know...
I told him to. He's probably. If we.
Well...
He's not
I meant the Baron...
a baron. This train is.
Have you seen the person?
Unfortunate. Do you know?
Well, I'm an...
Like so many others.
I read that.
She must be filled.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Goodbye.
I'd better let him read his... I strongly suspect that the door is... No, it's open. Hello? Wow.
Put the gun down. If I may... This is the revered...
Then I was right.
That's none of your business.
Perhaps.
And how would I...
With an eye? An eye on...
Some...
I hope you'll acknowledge...
Are we still in...
I could be your eye.
Oh, really?
There is a certain... He's an archaeologist.
And what's his story?
Well, it's...
Locked him up.
Well, yes.
Was it locked from in...
It may have... Do you think the lock...
Professor Lucy... Well then, report back to me when you're...
My pleasure. And then...
Baroness... Interesting.
Indeed.
But it...
So...
what? But don't expect...
What do you...
He tried to blow me up.
Rob, we don't know...
In any event...
How do you know it's...
Or...
And anyway, how...
Monsieur?
Never mind.
I go attend...
Good.
Yes? Of course.
Exactement.
Understood. An investigation on behalf of Legrand that takes me one step closer. If I can convince him of my... The ladder leads... It will be suicidal to climb the wind. I suppose the steward won't object. Perhaps he keeps the cup locked. The lock is such. If I want to impress Legrand, I need a bit of wire or something like that to pick. I need a bit of a shortwave radio. The steward probably these days nearly every pad on which is empty. I've loved. They're only draw. I need a bit of... This is the steward's own little kingdom. But as long as he's not around, he won't be... I need a bit of... An extraordinary woman. Yet, there are but nothing but just... Baroness seems to have... I better not... The Baroness... I better not... He doesn't make... And he of all... Professor Lucy...
Yes? Do you have the key?
Actually...
Please.
We Swiss are... We don't just have a...
Would you be so kind as to close the window? I don't want to sit in the draught.
Oh, pardon me. That will be quite unprofessional. This is the first car. The code. The large map. Unfortunately, the train cut many cities. A passenger is missing.
So,
it's been.
Oh, no, I have.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.